to Module 5. In this module, we'll be discussing different theories related to media studies. The first 3 chapters in this area are within the realm of media and culture, and there are 3 theories. The first theory is media ecology, discussed in chapter 25. Here, the focus is that the media must be understood ecologically, so changes in communication technology alter the symbolic environment, the socially constructed sensory world of meaning. We shaped our tools, the phonetic alphabet, for example, the printing press, the telegraph, television, the internet, and they in turn have shaped our perceptions, experiences, attitudes, and behavior. So from this perspective, the medium is the message. This theory comes from the sociocultural tradition. The second theory discussed in this module is semiotics from chapter 26. Here, the significant visual sign system of a culture affirmed the status quo by suggesting that the world as it is today is natural, inevitable, and eternal. Myth makers do this by co-opting neutral denotative signs to become signifiers without historical grounding in second-order connotative semiotic systems. So here, as you know, we'll be discussing the connotative and denotative meaning of different signs and symbols. This theory comes from the semiotic tradition. The third theory in this module is cultural studies from chapters 27. Here, the mass media function to maintain the ideology of those who already have power. Corporately controlled media provide the dominant discourse of the day that frames interpretation of events. So critics should seek not only to interpret culture, but to change it. Media audiences do have the capacity to resist those power structures. This theory comes from the critical tradition. Then the next group of theories are within the area of media effects, and the first theory in chapter 29 here is uses and gratifications theory. This theory looks at the media effects tradition that focuses on what media do to people. So uses and gratification focuses on what people do with the media. Media consumption is a deliberate choice designed to satisfy particular needs. So the media do not have uniform effects on the audience. Effects vary according to the individual reasons for media use that people have. This theory comes from the socio-psychological tradition. The next theory in this area of media effects is cultivation theory, which I think many of you have maybe heard before. This is in chapter 29. Here, television has become society's storyteller from this perspective. So heavy television viewers see a vast quantity of dramatic violence, which cultivates an exaggerated belief in a mean and scary world. This is referred to as the mean world syndrome from this theory. Mainstreaming and resonance are 2 of the processes that create a homogeneous and fearful population. This theory comes from the sociocultural and socio-psychological traditions. Then the last theory covered in this module is agenda setting theory in chapter 30. Here the media tell us what to think about and how to think about it. The first process, agenda setting, transfers the salience of items on their news agenda to our agenda. And the second process, referred to as framing, transfers the salience of selected attributes to prominence among the pictures in our heads. This theory comes from the socio-psychological tradition. The tasks for Module 5 include reading chapters 25 to 30, reviewing the learning modules in Blackboard as with the other modules.
The assignments for this module include to make contributions to the voice thread for Module 5, to complete the knowledge checks that are found in lessons 5A and 5B, and then also to make contributions to the wiki for this module. And remember to try to post throughout the period of this module and also to make contributions to each of the theories included in this module.
The other thing that you should do for Module 5 in terms of assignments is to continue revising research paper portion A and then writing research paper portion B. So for portion A, if you have any questions about the comments that I left, please get in touch with me. And then for portion B, there are 2 parts. One, you're going to be describing the application event or situation, and that will be 3 to 4 pages. And then the other part of portion B is to critique the theory. And each of these sections or parts are described in the syllabus. Each of those are 3 to 4 pages, so you'll be adding 6 to 8 pages to portion A. So you'll be submitting one complete paper that should be 9 to 12 pages in length. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me.